It's Ian Banks at One to One Personnel. I'm back and today I'm talking about interviews. Now, the jobs market is changing. We know that. Everything we do now is all digital, everything's online, and the same will be for interviews. So whereas now we're all doing our Zoom meetings or house party meetings, whereas before you perhaps would have an interview over a coffee table or in a boardroom, now it's on Zoom. In fact, Zoom's almost become a brand name, but it's still really important to make that right impression, because you're still being interviewed, you're still meeting your potential employer. So where do we start? Well, point number one, you've got to make sure that you dress to impress. Okay, now even if the business that you're applying for is a modern business and they all dress down and dress casually, you never know who's interviewing you. And if they're a little bit old school, if you wear a suit, wear a tie, or dress in a suit with a blouse, it's going to make much more of a positive impact than just sitting around in a lounge suit and a sweatshirt or something. So that's really important. Dress to impress. Make sure you get the setting right as well, okay? Because if you're in a room where there's perhaps sunlight coming through and it creates glare on the computer, they might not be able to see you properly. Also, make sure that there isn't too many distractions in the background, like lots of trinkets and shelves with lots of bits and pieces on. Just a neutral background, as neutral as you can possibly get it, and that you're not sitting by an open window. Certainly if there's traffic going past, again, that's going to make a distraction. So make sure it's a quiet place. TV's not on, radio's not on, dogs are downstairs, wherever they're going to be, outside, and there's no kids running around. Okay, so it's really important that the place is silent and it's quiet, because you need to concentrate, you need to focus. But relax as well, because you're at home. But it's really important, even though you're at home, to stay professional. That's key. And have your pre-scripted questions. So do your research. Don't take it for granted because you're at home. I don't need to worry, it's fine. Do your research. Make sure you've got your pre-scripted questions, and not questions around, what time's lunch, or how many holidays do I get, or when can I get a promotion. It's useful questions that are actually going to put you on a pedestal and hopefully get you the second interview that you need. Okay, and make sure, lastly, that you ask for a follow-up and find out when the next interview round is going to be, or when decisions will be made. And maybe you can even ask how I got along. There's no harm in that, nothing to lose. So just remember that, okay? So stay professional, dress to impress, quiet place, and make sure the setting's right, and do your research, okay? So for now, stay safe, stay well.